Back here on the PAC Sports Network as we are at the halftime show between Franciscan and Waynesburg, and we're now joined by the head coach of the Franciscan women's basketball team, Coach Iliana Spoelman. And Coach, first off, thanks so much for joining us today. What have been some of the takeaways early on in the season? I know that we're not quite through that midway point yet, but through that, first 10, maybe 11 games, what has been the biggest takeaway for you?
Yeah, no, first off, Jack, thanks for having me. I would say the biggest takeaway is, our defense has tremendously improved. So I think from last year and this year, this is only my second year as the head, but I think overall our team has taken a big jump, and our focus has always been our defense. And first half of the season kind of started off a little bit slower than normal, and then this I would say the last few games that we've had definitely try to pick that up. And yeah, just really utilizing our strengths and utilizing our returners with Jazzy and utilizing Maria, and just trying to play to our strengths and play to our talent.
Well, you mentioned the last few games. You guys have definitely been playing really good basketball, and a couple games ago got a big win against a fellow PAC team in Teal. What was clicking during that game for your group?
Yeah, I think offensively, we were hitting shots, which is, the name of the game, right? But offensively, we're able to hit our shots. I think that was around also the time that we were really focusing and honing in on our defense as well. So I think it all just kind of clicked, came together. Maria McCallum was a huge part of that. Utilizing our size against more so of their guards. And she's been dominant for us so far. So really just trying to play to all the players' individual strengths.
Well, we'll definitely touch on Maria McCallum in a little bit, but I want to start with a player you mentioned a few moments ago, Jazzy Melnick. She's really been kind of a steady presence in your lineup, in your roster over the last few years, but how have you seen her kind of become a leader and really step into her own as a leader on the court, especially with her being one of a handful of seniors?
Yeah, no, Jazzy is one of the most reliable, hardworking kids that we could ever have in our program, and super blessed to have her. She's always been a leader since her freshman year, sophomore year, just by leading by example. And she's just worked incredibly hard, and that's something that is her MO. She will never ever take a play off, and so that's really benefited us. So she leads by example, and she's really stepped into a leadership role this year, and you can tell she's bringing the team up with her. And yeah, after her ACL last year, you could tell she just grinded, worked hard, and she's hasn't really skipped a beat, which is pretty impressive.
And another player that's been a mainstay and kind of another consistent theme, if you will, Elena Gonzalez, and she's really, it seems to be kind of coming together as a scorer. Where have you seen her game grow the most, particularly on the offensive side of things?
Yeah, no, I definitely see her. As the years have developed, her poise a little bit more offensively, her decision making. I think her ability just to kind of see and read her teammates at the right place at the right time and kind of grow into that experience offensively has really helped her. I know she's had to handle the ball, within the last few years, and I think that experience has helped her a little bit too with, the decision making she's made for passing, or trying to see if she could find her lane and use her quickness and finish at that end.
And then you've got some great versatility as well, especially in Caroline Reedy. Can shoot the three ball, can play inside, can play really anywhere. What does she kind of bring to the table that maybe complements other players like Elena and Jazzy as well?
Yeah, I would definitely say her IQ. I think her scoring ability is huge. I think her IQ defensively is very huge for us. I think she just has a great, really feel for the game, and I think she's able to contribute tremendously for us. As you said, she's kind of faceted. She's got the three ball. She's able to kind of fight inside as she's able to do it. She's able to slash cut. Her mid range is really consistent. So I think her IQ with, her consistency as an offensive player has really helped us tremendously.
And you'd mentioned McCallan and what she brings to the table. And it seems that she's really been kind of the driving force offensively this season for your team. Where and really what part of her game has kind of shined through the most that you feel has kind of been the reason for almost like this breakout season she's having?
Yeah, I think the mentality aspect. Last year she was a freshman, and she's still young. She's only a sophomore, but the dominant mentality of being able to kind of go towards the rim now and finish a little bit better. Last year you saw her shy away just a little bit and trying to fade a little bit. This year she's really changed her mentality to kind of go out and just dominate. She's a very talented, athletic big for us that can get up and down the floor, and she really utilizes that and plays to her strength with that. And I think she's also really, really worked incredibly hard over the summer to kind of focus on just finishing both left and right and going towards the rim. So she's really dominated, anyone she's kind of played against.
And I'm sure that she's really enjoyed playing with Abigail Januzzi and what she's brought to the table as a freshman. I've personally been very impressed with her ability to play so many minutes at such a young, especially the experience level in college, having only 1 year really under her belt. What part of her game do you think has kind of allowed for her to make this almost seamless transition from high school to college?
Yeah, I mean, she's a talented kid. I mean, we're super blessed to have Abby. Her IQ is out of this world. I mean, just as coming in as a freshman, as you said, her able to contribute immediately has been super impressive. Just the being able to make the right decisions, the right reads. She's got great ball handling skills. Right now, she plays the one for us, just based off of her IQ and decision making. And she's quick and she's got a great shot. I mean, she's kind of a very, very explosive scorer for us. Now it's just kind of working on getting a little bit more, consistent with it, but she's phenomenal for us. And yeah, I can't speak higher than her for stepping up as a freshman.
Well, definitely a lot of exciting talent on this Franciscan team that you have, Coach. But before we get you out of here, I know, like I mentioned, kind of the first part of the season already accomplished, but now we're getting deeper into things in PAC play. And as we get deeper into conference play, what do you think is going to be key for your team to really make a big run and come off to a strong start in 2025?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we really preach, obviously, is kind of we got to focus on taking care of the ball a lot more, definitely in the second half of the season, and really embracing physicality. I think those are the two things that we shy away from a little bit at times, and that's something that we really want to try to dominate with coming into the second half of the season. Then the obvious of just trying to constantly just get 1% better every day. I mean, we're always trying to strive to just make an improvement each and every day. And the jump from last year to this year is great. And these kids have talent. Now it's just trying to put it all together and be consistent. So I would say consistency in terms of offensively, defensively, just stringing it together. We have good moments, ups and downs. Now it's just bringing it all together.
Well, we're really excited here at the PAC Sports Network to see that consistency for you and Franciscan. Coach, again, thanks so much for stopping by, and good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it.
That's Franciscan women's basketball head coach Iliana Spoelman. Don't go anywhere, as we'll have more of today's contest coming up next on the PAC Sports Network.